Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. It's Tuesday morning, bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. Back to the old bump and grind. I hope you guys have a good week. Let's talk about fixing problems, solving problems. A lot of us like to relentlessly identify problems. Some people might just call that complaining. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having a mindset of a handyman, of somebody who likes to fix things. You may have a mechanical mind and you like to see how things work and you like to see where things don't work and figure out ways to fix them. But do you have a right to complain about everything all the time? Is that helpful? Is it necessary? You may say, well, it's not necessary and it's not helpful. Then why do we do it? It seems logical to me that if you can identify the problem, you have to fix it. If you can pinpoint what's wrong, and you know what's wrong, here's what's wrong, here's what the deal is. You want to know why the world's so fucked up? Let me tell you why. Here's why. And then you go into your identification, to your diagnosis. And you point out all the issues and all the aspects of what's going on in the world, and you detail it out. You can go on monologues and tirades and rants for hours about this stuff, but you fall short of actually doing anything. It's like people who relentlessly point out the dirt or the messiness, but they don't do anything about it. They're constantly complaining about how their vehicle doesn't work, but they don't ever do anything about it. They're constantly complaining about how their life is falling apart, but they don't do anything about it. They're complaining about how everybody picks on them or victimizes them, but they do nothing about it. It seems to me that if you can identify the problem, that you have to fix it, or you have to shut up about it. If you refuse to fix a problem, you refuse to take action, you refuse to get involved, you have to shut up about it. It really gets annoying to listen to people whine and bitch and moan, but they don't want to actually take any action in their lives. People complain about how their jobs suck, their relationships suck, the town they live in sucks. They hate their addictions, they hate their vices, they hate that they can't control themselves. And they've clearly identified the problem. You're unhappy, that's your problem. But then they refuse to do anything. You know, some people just want to watch the world burn. There's some people that are just really cynical people, negative people. They have kind of a bratty child mentality where they just want to watch the whole world burn. They want to watch things go up in flames. And they don't want anyone to put it out. I remember this during the riots, the LA riots in Los Angeles in 1991, a long time ago, before some of you were born. And people were burning down buildings because a motorist in Ventura got beat up by the cops. Rodney King got beat up pretty badly, had, I think, every bone in his body broken or something like that. The video was played on the TV every day, and it got everybody all riled up, and they went out and burnt down a bunch of buildings in LA. And as the fire department was dispatched or deployed to put out these fires that were being set all over town, people were shooting at the fire department, shooting at the ladders, shooting at the guys with the hoses, shooting at them. It's so weird. People didn't understand it, and there's this kind of feeling amongst some of the enraged that they just wanted to watch everything burn. There was no solution. The hardware store they burnt down had nothing to do with the Rodney King riot. They just wanted to watch society burn. They just wanted to watch some anarchy. So you have those types of people, and maybe that's why they don't get involved. Maybe that's why they just sit back and relentlessly point out the fucked up shit but never do anything. Because they want to watch the world burn. They want to watch themselves burn. Some people are like that. They're self-destructive, and they do everything to sabotage their lives, their health, their mentality, their strength. They do everything to fuck themselves over. And they know what they're doing. And you wonder why. Why are you your own worst enemy? This is that mentality of that bratty little child who just wants to watch the world sit on fire. Some people can't get off their ass to change their lives, even if they really, really want to. And you wonder why. If you want to, why? Why doesn't the want motivate you? My wants motivate me. If I want it, I try to move towards it. You get people that are so upset about this stuff that they will break into tears, as if their life is out of their control. They just can't. They can't. They can't stop eating. They can't. They've identified the problem. They know they're eating themselves to death, and they just can't stop. Or is it that you won't because you don't want to go through any suffering? You want your cake, and you want to be able to enjoy it. I've talked to a lot of people about their weaknesses, and there's certain types of people that clutch their weaknesses so much, they defend their weaknesses so heavily. The only time you get any emotion out of them is when they want to defend their weaknesses. The only time that you ever see the spark of fucking manhood out of some guys is when they stand up to defend their weakness, and it's like, dude, if you could just use that energy towards some positive movement in your life instead of trying to put up your fucking walls to defend some weak bullshit that shouldn't even be there anyways. Oh God, you'd move so fast. You'd move further in your life than you've ever seen yourself move before. You'd snap out of all this weakness and bullshit if you just allow yourself to suffer a little bit. On the other side of that suffering is all the strength you ever dreamed of and wished for and prayed for. All that strength you see in others, you envy in others, is waiting for you, but you deny it to yourself with your powerlessness. I don't know. It's food for thought.